All right, good morning. Good morning. I have not seen any of you before. You've not seen me before. This is the first time we are seeing. Is it each other or one another? Which one? English, use of English. Is it each other or one another? Someone said each other, and someone said one another. We are two parties now, right? You as a group. I'm separate, so should it be each other or one another? Which one? Huh? All right. So I believe that our meeting today and the journey we want to start today will be a very good one. I don't tolerate how do I put it? There are people that their parents forced to come here. Please, if you are forced to come here, calm down, okay? But there are people that even force their parents to allow them to come. So these are the serious ones. Those forced by their parents they are not always serious. So examine yourself and know whether you are forced by your parents. One of their features is that they make noise. They don't have notes. And they are pressing phones in the class with earpiece and the studio, whatever. These are signs of those that we are forced. Please, I want us to really, your exam is not, I don't think it's up to 3 complete months. I don't think. So, I will take you on chemistry and you'll be doing chemistry, right? But I will start from organic chemistry. So that's where I'll start from. So you continue with what you are doing with other tutors that are taking other topics. So we see how far we can go with organic chemistry, because greater percentage of students in their secondary school did not do it. True of us? True of us? It's true. It's true. I did not say all. I said greater percentage did not do it. I'm telling you from experience. So please, let's see how far we can go before your exams. Okay, I may not have time to know you one after the other, but with time, I will know your names. But my name is, just call me Chetanna. Okay. Someone said English name. It's your business. This is my name. Anyhow you like, pronounce it. That's my name. Anyhow you like, pronounce it. Okay. So someone said I should pronounce it. It's Chetanna. Chetanna. Yes. So Cheta means hello. Nna means father. Cheta means remember. So remember your father. Go to your father in heaven and your father here. Hello. Hi. Can you hear me there? Are you sure? Please, if you can come closer, better. If you can. If you can come closer, better. Please don't. But I'll try to project. But we say have empty seats here. Please come closer. So whenever you hear the term organic chemistry, what comes to your mind? Whenever you hear the term organic chemistry, what comes to your mind? Someone said compound of what?
Carbon and hydrogen.
Compounds of carbon and hydrogen. And what? Okay, but mainly is what? Carbon and hydrogen. Okay. Does anybody have any counter opinion? These are people that we are forced to come to tutorial. I am making noise in my class. You are forced to come to the tutorial. Anybody that makes noise in my class is forced to come to my tutorial. And these are the people that after jam, they'll start saying they they gave me 120. But those that force their parents will say, I scored 320. So those that we are forced will start saying they gave me, after everything I did, they gave me 120. They didn't give you anything. You scored 120. So please, the idea is for you to try, if are possible, not to allow the money your parents are paying here to be in what? Vain. So get it once and for all. It's very important. Okay, now before we start, I've asked the first question. I want to know your level. Let me know how far. So I'll give you some questions. You put it down, then we take it off. We take it off from there. It's not much anyway. It's just a question to know the baseline knowledge, what and what you know so far. All right, are we together? Are we together? All right. Now, hey, you're making noise over there. These are people that we are forced to come here. You're making noise. All right. All right. Are you ready to write? Yes. All right. Derive the name. Derive the name. Derive the name of two organic compounds of your choice. The name, thank you, of two organic compounds of your choice from their general formula. Derive the names of two organic compounds of your choice from their general formula. Yes, organic compounds, yes. Number two, relate the names. Relate the names of two organic compounds of your choice to their structures. Relate the names of two organic compounds of your choice to their structures. Relate the names of two organic compounds of your choice to their structures. Number three. Relate the tetravalency. Have you heard the term tetravalency? No. Relate the tetravalency of carbon. What's going on? Relate the tetravalency of carbon. Relate the tetravalency of carbon to its ability. Relate the tetravalency of carbon to its ability. To its ability. Possessive. Am I conjugating? Possessive. Its ability to form chains of compound. To form chains of compound. Open a bracket and write catenation. Catenation. Chains of compound. Open a bracket. Catenation. Are we together? Of course, you are familiar with them, right? Good. For those that did organic chemistry in their secondary school. What's going on here? Let it work. All right, number 5. Thank you. Number 4. Number 4. Classify compounds. Classify organic compounds. Classify organic compounds according to their functional groups. Classify organic compounds according to their functional groups. Classify organic compounds according to their functional groups. All right, before I proceed, I want to give you my do's and don'ts. Okay, thank you. Please, in my class, close all your textbooks and keep it by your side. If you must have it, close your textbook. I just want on your desk only your writing materials, your pen and your notes. That's all. Your notes, your phone. If I need you to use your phone, I will let you know. Please, your phone. I don't want to see you with your phone. Then, if I need you to look through your textbook, I will let you know. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
My voice is more than this. My voice is more than that.
Yes, sir.
Are we together?
Yes,
So if I need you to maybe there's something I want us to check from your phone or your notes, we do that. But aside that, please only your pen, because it constitutes distraction. That phone is your own. That textbook is your own. You can open it in your when you get home. But if you miss whatever I will explain here, you have missed it. Are we together? So you should be with your pen and but feel free, you can record my lecture, feel free. Are we together? Feel free. You can record it. Just maybe with your note, with your phone. At least that one will not distract you. You can just keep it and record if you're not a fast watch. If you're not a fast writer. But what I don't want is for you to be pressing your phone or looking through Facebook. When
how we doing it, Baba?
Yeah? Doing what? By
Questions.
Yes, you do it.
Yes, no.
You don't have to do it by yourself. All right, so let's continue. Hello. All right, so let's continue, please. Now let's go into the real deal. So I asked a question before. I said, what do you understand by the term organic chemistry? And someone said that organic chemistry studies what? Carbon, right? And mainly carbon and what? Hydrogen. And other what again? All right. So please, if I dictate and explain. Okay? I dictate and do what? Explain. So when it's time, you're making notes in this class. He looks like mommy's boy that they sent here because they don't want it to be at home playing. Now, please, let's focus, please. So if I dictate, you do what? You write it. After that, I will explain. Please always follow the trend of the class so you don't miss out. All right, so organic chemistry is a branch of chemistry. We are looking at what organic chemistry means. Organic chemistry is a branch of chemistry. It's a branch of chemistry that deals with the structure. It's a branch of chemistry that deals with the structure, properties. It's a branch of chemistry that deals with the structure, properties, composition, structure, properties, composition, reaction, synthesis, and the uses of carbon-containing compounds. Am I communicating? Is a branch of chemistry that deals with the structure, properties, compositions, reactions, synthesis, and the uses of carbon-containing compounds. Are we together? Basically, that's what organic chemistry is, because anything you are, are we together? Any compound you are analyzing or dealing with that has no carbon inside it, am I communicating? That has no carbon. That doesn't mean that everything that has carbon is any compound that has carbon is organic. No, but anyone that does not have carbon inside is not organic. Are we together? There must be element of what? Carbon inside it. Are we together? Because if you burn down this place, or burn, God forbid, let me not use human being. You are that this clothes you are wearing now. At the end, everything will become what? Carbon suit. Are you aware? Are you aware? Yes, because everything is chemistry. Everything, because matter is anything that has mass and occupies what? Space. There is nothing on the surface of the earth that has mass and occupies space that is not made up of what? Chemistry. Because at the end, it ends up in what? Atom. From as she is now, from this thing she's wearing, to her clothes, to her entire body, everything is all about organic compound. It will come down to elements. It can be carbon must surely be there. It can be other elements, but at the end, everything comes down to what? Chemistry. Are we together? So that's why chemistry studies matter, changes matter undergo, and the properties of what? Matter. Are we together? So this is the definition of what? Organic what? Chemistry. So we are not wasting time. Let's go to this will now lead us to organic compounds. What then are organic compounds? What then are organic compounds? All right. So let's define organic compounds. Organic compounds so someone said organic chemistry now. Is there anybody that is still having issues with organic chemistry? No. Okay, I had organic chemistry now. All right, now, so organic compounds are compounds that are primarily what it means that what I'm going to call as the most important, that are primarily made up of. Someone laughed because you heard primarily and you laughed. Sorry, that's the part of the Nigeria I came from. We are having issues sometimes. Unconsciously we use R for what? L. But I'm trying my best to control it.
They didn't give you the PA.
Yeah, but my voice is better.
One time I always was that bad. You do something else. Meanwhile, are you good?
Sheet for them to come. I said it before now. Their space is here. Please come here.
You could be for them. On the side, many of them.
Is it let me see, brother. Is it on?
Sitting in front. Let me arrange this. Yeah.
I think it's okay now. All right, so we'll continue from where we stopped before we were necessarily interrupted. And we were interrupted because of people that we are forced to come. All right, so where did we stop?
Stop marrying.
Okay, so all right, they are primarily made up of carbon atoms. They are primarily made up of carbon atoms and often bonded. Often, the one you call often was bonded with hydrogen. I said that, let me say that fresh, please. That organic compounds, they are compounds that are primarily made up of carbon atoms, often bonded with hydrogen, oxygen. Bonded from bonded with hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, and phosphorus. Hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, and what? Phosphorus. So these are majorly the major elements you find whenever you break down any organic compound. But the basic one you see there that must surely be there is what? Is carbon. It is a must. Sometimes you may see carbon and nitrogen, two of us, cyanide, right? Yes. But the something like, is there any hydrogen? Is there any hydrogen in cyanide? Those that did chemistry are answering now. Okay, they don't want to get there. Okay, but I want to. What I want to. The point I want to make is that there must be what? Carbon there. Then other things. Then after carbon, the next most important one is what? Hydrogen. The next most important one is what? Hydrogen. Are we together? Okay. So now, let's look at the characteristics of organic compounds. So what you can see a particular compound exhibits, you can say that this compound is what? Organic. Are we together? So let's look at the characteristics of organic compounds. The first is presence of carbon. Presence of what? Carbon. I have explained that. Let us officially put it down. Presence of what? Carbon. All organic compounds contain carbon. All organic compounds contain carbon. All organic compounds contain carbon. So, confirming what I said before now, that if you are looking at a particular compound or analyzing a particular compound and the compound has no carbon, you dare not classify that compound as what? Organic. Am I correct? But that doesn't mean that every compound that contains carbon is organic. Organic compound must contain carbon, but not all compounds that contain carbon are what? Organic. After all, carbon dioxide, that is carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, that is carbon dioxide. They both contain what? Carbon. But are they organic? They are inorganic, right? Yeah, but they contain carbon. So what makes a compound organic is that basically it must contain what? Carbon. That's the point I'm trying to make. Is that clear?
Yeah.
All right. So now let's look at the next one. Work on it again while we continue. Let's look at the next one. Next one is covalent bonding. Covalent bonding. Of course, you did bonding, right?
Yes.
You know about bonding, right? At least even if you have not done it here, you did it in your what? Secondary school, right?
Yes.
Involves sharing of what? Sharing of what? Good. So now, organic compounds typically contain what? Or involve. Are we together? No. We are lost.
No.
Have you worked on it?
No, sir.
Organic compound
It's not working.
typically contain covalent what? Bond. Contain covalent what? Bonds. Typically they contain what? Covalent bonds. In fact, whenever if you elucidate the structure of organic compound, the predominant bond you see there is what? Covalent what? Bond. Sometimes you may see other intermolecular forces, but the basic bond you see there that form the backbone is what? Covalent bond, which involve what? Electron what? Sharing. Am I communicating? Which involve what? Electron what? Sharing. Of course, you know that covalent bond can be ordinary, can also be dative. You understand that, right? Covalent bond can be what? Ordinary. Where this one brings, two of them now share. Am I communicating? Yes, that is what? Covalent what? Ordinary one. But sometimes it can also be what? Dative. Why only one is bringing and the other will share together. And that's what some ladies are doing. They will just stay. The guy will bring, they will share. Are we together? All right, so now let's continue. So understand that covalent organic compound, they have what? Covalent what? Bonds. Now the next property is structural diversity. Structural diversity. All right. So now, due to the ability of carbon is the chairman. Carbon is the what? The chairman. So due to the ability of carbon to form, due to the ability of carbon did I say form now? Please cancel that form, please. No verse. I say just form. Just that form, please. I'll get to that form, please. Due to the ability of carbon to bond, with itself, please listen to the point I'm making now. Due to the ability of carbon to bond with itself and the other elements. So carbon has the ability to bond with itself. That's why you have two things like this. That's why you have either this, right? Or this, right? Or this, right? Good. Due to the ability of carbon to bond with itself and the other elements. So continue. Due to the ability of carbon to bond with itself and the other elements, organic compounds form complex structures. Organic compounds form complex, complex what? Structures. So this is under what? The structural diversity. So I hope this is clear, right? Yes, it has a lot of, we can form, just look at. Sometimes you see hydrogen attached, right? You see hydrogen what? Attached. You know, because of the ability, and that ability of carbon to form chains with itself and other is called what? I mentioned it. God bless you. And there is something that made it possible for carbon to form this single bond, double bond, and triple bond. Because of what? Is tetravalency. Because of its what? Tetravalency. So if you don't want, we'll get there. We'll get there. I just gave you the question to stimulate your appetite to go and study. By the time you look at the question, one conscience will tell you, oh boy, I don't know anything. Then you go and do what? Study. That's why I gave you those questions. So anytime you want to play, you remember those questions I gave you. You go and do what? Study. You go and do, what are you doing? Why are you covering your note? You're covering the note I gave you against me. Is it right? Now, all right, the next property is presence of functional groups. Presence of functional groups. Presence of functional groups. Presence of functional groups. All right, take down. Organic compounds often have specific functional groups. Open a bracket and write example. I say that organic compounds often have specific, I say you don't press the phone in my class. That's what I say. If I need you to press your phone, I'll let you know. Please. I say that organic compounds often what? They have what? Functional what? Groups. Example. Open a bracket. You see things like this, right? What are they called? Who can tell me the name of these functional groups? This one is what? Hydroxy, right? This one is what? Carboxylic, right? There are many of them, okay? There are many of them. So they often have this one, and this one continue. So when you are done, continue. I say that they often have functional groups in bracket. You write this, then you continue, which dictates if you don't want to use the dictates, you can use determines. Is that clear? You can use determines, everything is okay. Their chemical properties. Am I communicating? Their chemical properties. So if you want to determine how the type of reaction a particular organic compound can undergo, go to the what? Functional group. Then it will give you a clue of the type of reaction or the chemical properties of that what? Organic compound. Are we together? Yes, we are. I'm very sure we are. Now, the foundation I'm laying is for you to really, anytime you open your organic chemistry topic, be able to read it and understand. Am I communicating? So that's what I'm doing now. Now, let us now briefly compare organic and inorganic what? Compounds. So, you can just say organic versus inorganic compounds. So we are comparing the two compounds, their differences, okay, between organic and what? Inorganic compounds. So that's what we are doing now. We are comparing the differences, this versus the other one. So let's see their major differences. Alright, you can draw a table if you like. You can pick it one after the other if you like. But I think it's better you draw it. Okay, so some of you have narrow notes. You are subdivided their note into 3. So such people cannot draw a table. No one, let me just dictate. After on your own, you can draw a table on your own. Is that clear? Alright, so let's look at organic compounds first. Let's look at organic compounds. Okay. They are primarily carbon based. They are primarily carbon. You see, I'm fighting not to replace R with what? And I will win this fight. I'll always win the fight. Alright, I said that they are primarily carbon based and they include hydrocarbons, alcohols. They include hydrocarbons, alcohols, organic acids, etc. That is the what is their hyper name? Who knows? Organic acid. What is their general alkanoic acid? Right? Alkanoic acid. Right? Don't worry. Those that don't know, get it. Don't worry. Don't be afraid. Okay? I am discussing with those that actually, now. Don't worry, we'll get there. By the time we get there, all of us will know it, okay? That's why you are here. Do what? So don't get intimidated when I ask some questions. Those that knew before coming here will answer. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. We'll get there. Okay? Alright. A lesson like this, some feel intimidated. When others are scattering questions, you'll be like, hey, am I going to write it down with these people? Don't be afraid. You will scatter down. Fear not. Just determine that you can do it, and you see yourself doing it. Okay, she's cutting me short. Thank you, ma'am. All right. Let's go to what? Let's look at inorganic compounds. Hey. All right, inorganic compounds, they may or may not I'm talking about inorganic compounds now. Yes, inorganic now. They may or may not contain carbon atom. True or false? They may or may not, right? Contain what? Carbon atoms. True or false? Yes. Some of them contain and some do not what? Contain. So what it means is that they are not carbon based. You know, when you say carbon based, it means that carbon is the basic thing that they should have. True or false? So they are not carbon based. You can put it in another way around, that they are not carbon based. That's why I said that they may or may not contain what? Carbon atoms. They include minerals. They include minerals, salts, metals, non-metals, etc. Are we together? Yes, we are. I'm sure we are. Now, the next point I want us to make, let me just list some organic compounds. We will still discuss them in detail when we enter the topic. So let's just use some examples. Examples of organic compounds. Organic compounds. So I will call them under the groups they belong to, okay? The first group I want to mention is the hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons. I'll just give one example, then you can fill up other ones that they are easy and simple to do. So hydrocarbons, examples, methane. Example is what? Methane. May what? Methane, are we together? Methane. So by the time we go to the different series, you start seeing where methane belongs to, whether it is aliphatic or aromatic. We'll start looking at all those ones, okay? But just know we have what? Methane under hydrocarbons. Then under, okay, you can also write methane. Ethane is also there. You can fill up those one now. It's easy, right? Ethane is also where? Ethane is there, right? Ethane is there, right? Good. Please stop intimidating us, please. Make una take it easy on us. Make una take it easy on we, the weaker brethren. We are coming up to meet you. Be coming down. Now the next one, another example is benzene. Benzene is also an example of what? Hydrocarbon. Benzene is also an example of what? Hydrocarbon. Benzene. There are many of them. Now let's look at another group. Alcohols. Under alcohol, a typical example of is ethanol. Under alcohol, a typical example is what? Ethanol. Yes, under alcohols, yes. A typical example is ethanol. Okay? Then we have acids. Some are acids. Under acid, we have what? The old name is acetic acid, but the IUPAC name is ethanoic acid. So the IUPAC name, I just gave an example now. An example I gave is ethanoic acid. Ethanoic acid. Ethanoic what? Acid. The formula is what? Are we together? Ethanoic acid. That's the IUPAC name. But the cake name is what? Acetic acid. So in case you see acetic acid, don't be afraid. It means what? Ethanoic acid. Are we together? Acetic acid. Okay, you see here another one, another group. We have another group. Sugars. They are also what? Organic compounds. Sugars. A typical example is glucose. Sugars. A typical example is what? Glucose. You are familiar with glucose, right? Yes. What's the formula for glucose? This person was forced to come here. Formula for glucose is what? C what? H what? What again? Alright, so this is a typical example of what? We have fructose, there are many sucrose, there are many of them, but glucose is there. Alright, so now another example is amino acids. And another group is amino acids. Amino what? Acids. Amino acids. They are the building block of what? Protein, right? They are the monomeric units of what? Protein. Because proteins are polymers. So amino acids are monomers. So the monomeric units. They are the unit that you build up to form what? Protein. Just like glucose is a monomeric unit of what? Which polymer has glucose at its what? Monomeric units? Carbohydrate, right? God bless you. So that's why that fufu you are eating, if you eat it finish, your digestive system, the work is to ensure that it breaks it down to release that nutrients, which will be assimilated into your system. And when they get to your cells, the oxygen will break it down, respiration will take place, your cells will have energy, and you'll be able to come to a lesson today. True or false? No be so? Alright, so let's continue. Now, so everything is all about chemistry. Have you not seen how I left chemistry and entered what? Biology. It's all about what? Chemistry. Life is all about what? Chemistry. So if you say you want to study any life sciences, you don't know chemistry, they play. Just they play. You say you want to study life sciences, you don't know chemistry, they play. Alright, so with this now, I think after this we are supposed to have biology and mathematics. How many of you are doing mathematics? Biology, come. I say after chemistry, we are supposed to it's okay. Let's continue until I'm giving directives on what to do next. Some people, why are they coming late? Okay. They chase them out of the house and lock the door. You must go to lesson today. It is a must. You must go today. All right, so I want to advise you on something. Please study. Are we together? It's very important. Study. Are we together? And the exam you have prepared to write is not how they say that. Make sure that you cover yourself. You don't prescribe that. That is the secret. There is no magic. Hello? Don't allow anyone to receive you. That is the word, the secret. So I discover the secrets out. So make sure you cover your words. And you say what? Make sure you have that. You'll be a
scattered on the net. It's get scattered there. So you can just Google the browser, download this, make sure you store it yourself. Store it in your WhatsApp. Then as you come to class, when you are done, go make sure that is the only secret. There's no magic. I'm talking to you from experience. Hello? Yes. That's the only time you can get the course you actually want to do. Some people want to study medicine. Someone to study pharmacy. Someone to study medicine. It's not by magic. However, you must calm down and dismantle yourself. Yes, you do something. Maybe you lost something. Don't give up. Go back and keep listening. Keep listening. You are anybody. Anytime can be your own one. Am I correct? So I'm saying good morning to some of you now. Wake up now and be studying. I will get that. That course you want to do to be the best for you. Time to do that. As you come to lectures, go back, study. If I did not study like that and got the course, my dream course, I don't know how I would do that. So that is so why I'm here. Because I want to let you know that it's possible. I will do that. So that you have been dream course, not that. My own dream course, I did the first choice, second choice. The same thing. And I got it. Once a day. So please, I beg you, you all have your choices. You know, if the parents, if the end of, if the day they course is to be class, it's not a piece. It takes special piece of all the talk. It takes special piece of all the talk. It's a sense of confidence that course you actually want to study and you got it. You know, that there is this fulfillment to be a few of us. I'm not talking about those that were forced to. I'm talking about those that are on their own. From childhood, we had that dream course from childhood. Some of people you can have when you are in government school. They ask you, what I want to be a doctor, I want to be a pharmacist, I want to be a social business. All those dreams stop when they now enter university. Disappear because of time. Because of what? The ordinary job. Next start to read from childhood. So don't allow common ordinary time to become a gigantic job that will mess you up. And to do that, start now. Are we together? Alright, so I will. What are you doing? Look at this human being. I'm teaching chemistry, she's solving English past question. Misplaced seal. Is it that is misplaced? Please, let's do the right hand, okay? Yes. Let's do right hand towards right hand. So with time, I also have. I'm coming. Let me do small snacks, I'm coming.
We have those.
I prefer give us in the morning because of
They are great. Let the mass come back because those that will also join for mass are okay.
they will join them now. Okay.
No, not now. They are seeing
Here,
class.
okay.
So all the white students are supposed to take.
So what is
start?
Okay, are we together? I'm done with my
I think we'll stop. We end chemistry here for now. All right. Thank you very much for your attention. God bless you.